The history of the scientific discovery of climate change began in the early 19th century when ice ages and other natural changes in paleoclimate were first suspected and the natural greenhouse effect first identified. In the late 19th century, scientists first argued that human emissions of greenhouse gases could change the climate. Many other theories of climate change were advanced, involving forces from volcanism to solar variation. In the 1960s, the warming effect of carbon dioxide gas became increasingly convincing. Some scientists also pointed out that human activities that generated atmospheric aerosols, for example, pollution, could have cooling effects as well. During the 1970s, scientific opinion increasingly favored the warming viewpoint. By the 1990s, as a result of improving fidelity of computer models and observational work confirming the Milankovitch theory of the ice ages, a consensus position formed: greenhouse gases were deeply involved in most climate changes and human-caused emissions were bringing discernible global warming. Since the 1990s, scientific research on climate change has included multiple disciplines and has expanded. Research has expanded our understanding of causal relations, links with historic data and ability to model climate change numerically. Research during this period has been summarized in the assessment reports by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. Climate change is a significant and lasting change in the statistical distribution of weather patterns over periods ranging from decades to millions of years. It may be a change in average weather conditions, or in the distribution of weather around the average conditions, such as more or fewer extreme weather events. Climate change is caused by factors that include oceanic processes, such as oceanic circulation, biotic processes, variations in solar radiation received by Earth, plate tectonics and volcanic eruptions, and human-induced alterations of the natural world. The latter effect is currently causing global warming, and climate change is often used to describe human-specific impacts. Contents: 1. Regional changes, antiquity through 19th century. 2. Paleoclimate change and theories of its causes, 19th century. 3. First calculations of human-induced climate change, 1896. 4. Paleoclimates and sunspots, early 1900s to 1950s. 5. Increasing concern, 1950s, 1960s. 6. Scientists increasingly predict warming, 1970s. 7. Consensus begins to form, 1980 to 1988. 8. Modern period, 1988 to present. 9. Discovery of other climate-changing factors. 10. See also. 11. References. 12. External links. Regional changes, antiquity through 19th century. See also. Holocene. From ancient times, people suspected that the climate of a region could change over the course of centuries. For example, Theophrastus, a pupil of Aristotle, told how the draining of marshes had made a particular locality more susceptible to freezing, and speculated that lands became warmer when the clearing of forests exposed them to sunlight. Renaissance and later scholars saw that deforestation, irrigation, and grazing had altered the lands around the Mediterranean since ancient times. They thought it plausible that these human interventions had affected the local weather. 1-2. Vitruvius, in the 1st century BC, describes a series of ancient cities that lined the Anatolian peninsula from south to north along the Aegean Sea. He then comments that they long ago were engulfed by the seas. Citation needed. Presently these ancient cities which are again out of water. Citation needed. The most striking change came in the 18th and 19th centuries, obvious within a single lifetime, the conversion of eastern North America from forest to croplands. By the early 19th century many believed the transformation was altering the region's climate, probably for the better. When sodbusters took over the Great Plains they were told the train follows the plow. 3. Not everyone agreed. Some experts reported that deforestation not only caused rainwater to run off rapidly in useless floods, but reduced rainfall itself. European professors, alert to any proof that their nations were wiser than others, claimed that the Orientals of the ancient Near East had heedlessly converted their once lush lands into impoverished deserts. 4.